morning, students. Today we are going to deal with the last chapter which was remaining. That is the A Thing of Beauty. That is A Thing of Beauty. A Thing of Beauty is composed by John Keats. Is composed by John Keats. John Keats was born in 1795 and he died in 1821. And the poem which is here by the title A Thing of Beauty, this is taken from the Endymion. This is taken from the Endymion. Endymion is a very long poem in which the poet has described about the arrival or about the coming of the moon goddess on earth, and Endymion, a shepherd boy who was very beautiful, was enchanted by the beauty of that goddess, and he started searching out of her. He started searching out for her and could not find him. Then the poet is telling that every aspect of the nature is very beautiful. Whatever you are seeing in the nature, that is very beautiful. Okay, guys, let us try to find out what is explained by him in this poem A Thing of Beauty. First of all, I would like to discuss about the character sketch of the poet. Okay, John Keats was born in 1795. He was a British romantic poet. He was at the time of P.B. Shelley, Wordsworth, and he was a great romantic poet. Okay, and all the education which was given to John Keats was only to be a surgeon. But Keats has devoted his whole mind towards poetry. The poetry. His parents were suffered from TB, and when the boy was immature, both of them died due to excessive blood vomiting. So at all we can say that he has faced many problems in his life. Okay, Keats has devoted himself towards the poetry, and Keats' secret powers to sway delight and to the readers lies primarily to the gifts for perceiving the world and living his moods and aspiration in the terms of language. The following is an excerpt from the poem Endymion, which is the example of a poetic romance. The poem is based on a Greek legend. In which Endymion, a beautiful young shepherd and poet who lived on Mount Latmus, had a vision of Cynthia. Cynthia is the moon goddess, and both of them saw the vision of goddess Cynthia. Okay, and the enchanted youth resolved to seek her, and the enchanted or attracted youth started searching for her. Okay, and he searched at many places but could not find her. Okay, down under the sea, in the forest, he searched for her, but he could not found her. Okay, and another name which is given by the poet of the moon goddess is Selene. This is the name which was given by the poet. Okay, so before starting the chapter, let us go through the question which is given in the starting. Before you read, what pleasure does a beautiful thing give us? Are beautiful things worth treasuring? This is the question that is given in the starting of the poem. Beautiful things give us many pleasures. They not only provide us satisfaction but also give happiness. They comfort us from the tension and refresh our moods. Okay, they provide us permanent relief, permanent joy. Okay, and yes, beautiful things are worth treasuring because they are permanent source of joy, they are permanent source of pleasure. Okay, let us start the poem. A thing of beauty is joy forever. Okay, in the starting of the line, the poet is saying that a thing of beauty, if you are having a sense to understand the beauty, it will provide you constant joy. Means a beautiful thing always provide us a constant joy, permanent joy. Its loveliness increases and its beauty always go on increasing. Its beauty never stops. It increases with the passage of time. It will never pass into nothingness. Beautiful things will never prove itself meaningless or nothing, but will keep a bower quite for us. Beautiful things always create a bower. Bower means you can say a small chamber. Okay, beautiful things always creates a small chamber where you can take shelter, where you can relax. Okay, and a sleep full of sweet dreams. Okay, means a beautiful thing provides us a sound sleep. Okay, sound sleeps, or you can say sleep full of good dreams, good health, and quiet breathing and peaceful breathing. All these things are provided by the beautiful things. Therefore, this is the reason on every morning are we reading a flowery band to bind us to the earth. This is the reason that we are always trying our best to connect ourselves to the earth. We are creating such a thoughts in our mind which could connect us to the earth. Okay. In spite of despondence, here the poet is saying maybe your life is full of depression, full of dejection, full of disappointment, of the inhuman dearth. Dearth means lack. Maybe there will be the lack of good human beings, of noble nature, or there will be lack of such a persons who are not having good nature. Okay, of the gloomy days. Maybe your days will be full of full of darkness, of unhealthy and over darkened ways. You will feel unhealthy. Your ways are full of darkness. Your ways are full of darkness, made for our searching. Yes, whatever you will search in the beauty, whatever you will search in the beauty, you will find. Whatever you will search in the beauty, it will provide you. It will provide you. In spite of all. In spite of all means maybe there is lack. Maybe हो सकता है there will be lack of such a things. What are these things? These things are you are disappointed, you are dejected, of inhuman dearth. There is lack, there is shortage of such a people who are having noble nature. Maybe your days are full of darkness, of all the unhealthy and over darkened ways. Maybe you will feel unhealthy. You will feel unhealthy. Yeah, you are unhealthy and your ways and days are full of darkness. Made our searching for us. Whatever you will search in beauty, it will provide you. In spite of all, इन सब चीज़ों के बावजूद, some shape of beauty moves away the pall from our dark spirit. Move away, remove. The pall from our dark spirit means the sadness from our heart. Okay, there are some shape of beauty. Here the poet is saying that if you are having a sense to understand the beauty, it will remove all the sadness from your heart. All the sadness from your heart. Dark spirit. From the dark spirit, from the heart, from the spirit. Okay, such the sun, the moon, trees, old and young. Okay, here the poet is saying such. For example, sun, moon, young trees, old trees sprouting a shady moon, making a shade. Okay, old and young trees sprout to make green covering. Old and young green trees sprout to make green covering. Okay, it proves blessing for the human being, for simple sheep, and these trees are just like a blessing for the sheep, and such are such are daffodils, that for themselves a cooling convert make, and such are daffodils with green world they live. Okay, daffodils is a kind of flower, and wherever daffodils flower bloom, okay, it is totally covered by the green area. Okay, Okay, so here the poet is giving example of the daffodils. Daffodils provides us comfort, provides us pleasure, provides satisfaction to the eyes, because wherever it blooms, it is totally covered by the green area. Okay, and clear rills means streams, small streams which is flowing from one place to another place, that for themselves a cooling convert make. Okay, that for cooling convert make. And here the poet is saying that small rills, small streams. Okay, small streams are the best example of all these things, because small streams always make the water cool, because the water is flowing, so the water is cool. Against the hot season, for what season they are making the water cool? For hot season or against the hot season. Whenever anyone is suffered from the heat or suffered from the thirst or feeling thirsty, then these streams provides him or her cool water, cold water. Okay. The mid forest break rich with sprinkling of fair musk rose. The mid forest, in the midst of the forest, okay, midst of the forest, musk rose is bloomed. In the midst of the forest, musk rose is bloomed. In the midst of the forest, musk rose is bloomed. Musk rose is bloomed. And such too is the grandeur of the doom. And such is the glory, such is the magnificence. Grandeur, magnificence, such is the glory and such is the magnificence of our ancestors. We have imagined for the mighty dead. Our ancestors were very powerful. Our ancestors were very mighty in their death. Our ancestors were very powerful. They were very mighty in their death. Why they were mighty in their death? Because they used to see beauty in the nature, and beauty always provided them comfort, satisfaction, relax to their mind. So the poet is saying that our forefathers were mighty in their death. They were powerful in their death because they used to see beauty in the nature. Okay. All lovely tales that we have heard, and here the poet is saying that whatever all the lovely stories, all the lovely tales which we have heard, and it was told in that lovely story that our ancestors were great, our ancestors were mighty in their death. Why they were mighty? Because they used to see the beauty in the nature. And endless fountain of immortal drink, pouring means udel na, okay, pouring unto us from the heavens brick. Okay, and endless fountain, fountain is always expressed to the continuity, to the rising, and endless which is not going to end, and endless fountain of immortal drink means nectar. Okay, and that immortal drink is poured into our hearts by nature. That immortal drink is poured into our heart by the nature. It is a source of immense joy. It is a source of great joy. My dear students, now we are going to discuss about the question answer. If you are having any problem anywhere, then you can consult to me. Okay, let us find out. What does the line "therefore are we wreathing a flowery band to bind us to the earth" suggest to you? This line suggests that we are bound for even the smallest pleasure. We always seek pleasure in all types of things, especially beautiful things. Okay, next question. What makes human being love life in spite of troubles and suffering? People love life in spite of all troubles and suffering because even smaller beautiful things make life happier and worth living. And the most important question, why is grandeur associated with the mighty dead? The grandeur is associated with the mighty dead because they are believed to be in heaven and they enjoy themselves with the lovely things. Our ancestors are enjoying the lovely things in the heaven. Do you experience things of beauty only for a short moment? Do they? Okay, no. In fact, the thing of beauty is not for a short moment. Okay, this is not a short moment. Beautiful things always make lasting impression on us. Okay, for example, any person who is living in the life of nature gets much more pleasure there. Okay, comfort there, relax, refreshing, all these things. Okay, what image does the poet use to describe the beautiful bounty of the poet? Give us image: the sun, the moon, trees old and young, sprouting a shady moon for simple sheep such as daffodils with the green world they live in. Okay guys, thank you. That was sufficient. If you are having any doubts regarding this chapter or this poem or any question, then you can ask. Thank you. Have a nice day.